Today I'll be working in my workbook called Angels and Other Spiritual Beings. and I have just finished the first video on this book called The Spiritual Realm. And that was basically a summary of what's happening in the spiritual realm that we cannot see. We have the holy angels fighting for us and the demons fighting against us. And the holy angels and all the different spots they are at. And of course, we will be talking about holy angels and everything about the holy angels, Michael, Gabriel, etc., in the latter part of the book. But we also have the demon side, Satan side, and we'll be talking about them in the soon as well. So that was the spiritual realm. And so now we're going to go into our first chapter, which is the Seraphim. The Seraphim. The Seraphim have only been seen by one man, Isaiah, a prophet of the Old Testament. However, even from his short description, we can learn a lot. Here's the description he gave. Isaiah 6:1-7. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting on the throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one cried to the other and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door were shaken by the voice of him who cried out, and the house was filled with smoke. So I said, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I'm a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then one of the seraphim flew to me, having in his hand a live coal, which he had taken from the tongs from the altar. And he touched my mouth with it and said, Behold, this has touched your lips. Your iniquity is taken away, and your sin is purged. Okay. So we have some questions about that. See if we can go that. Where was Isaiah? He's in the throne house of the Lord. How many wings do the seraphim have? 6, I think. 6 wings. What did the seraphim do with each of these wings? 2 he covered his face, 2 he covered his feet, and 2 he flew with. And the seraphim speak, apparently. What happened when they speak? What happens when they speak? There's such a the posts of the doors are shaken by the voice. So it causes quite an issue. What was the seraphim able to do for Isaiah? Remove his iniquity. These seraphim are powerful as their voices shake the temple. They hover above the throne of God. We know there is at least 2 as one speaks to the other. Their words worship God. They're able to remove sin as they do so to Isaiah. Are seraphim angels? Probably not, as they're never called angels and they never seem to leave the throne of God. Whereas, as we will see, angels are messengers from God to his people. Are they the highest ranking of all spiritual beings? Again, unknown. We will have to just wait and see them when we enter heaven. And so this is the only location that we have about the seraphim. Now, they're similar to another creature, which we will talk about in the next chapter. So you'll have to go to the next video for that. But basically, seraphim and cherubim, which we'll be talking about next chapter, could be the same. Or they could be different. And we have to show them as different because we don't know enough. But their descriptions are very, very similar. Okay, so that's all we have on the seraphim. I hope you enjoyed it.